Hey YouTube, this is an updated for the split patch that we created in the last video. There was a few things that we didn't finish off, and that would be like the effects and stuff. But I'm gonna do that on a little bit later. Meantime, here it has no assign, so we're gonna go to menu. We'll select tone edit. Go all the way to where it says pitch, common, and then we'll assign it to, like, say, piano, acoustic piano, 1 or 2. We'll assign it to whatever, and then we'll write it in there. So now it has assigned as piano. It's actually a split, but anyway. Excuse the contrast. There's really no way. I'm using an iPad to record this, and there's really no way to adjust the contrast unless any of you guys know of any apps that can adjust the contrast so you can see what it is I'm doing, because it looks pretty terrible. I was reviewing the last video. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to keep on building, because this one is using two tones, and you're asking yourself, well, why go down this deep? I mean, you can go to studio tones and everything's already written, and you start layering in there. True. However, here's a little bit of history and basically how the structure of the board is. What happens is each tone, each sound is built up of 4 tones. It can have up to 4 tones in it, and each tone can be in stereo. So technically, when you hit one note, when you hit that one note, if this was built normally, like the way Roland does it, and they don't really use all the tones either because they know their own structure. But let's just say all 4 partials are used for that one note. So when you hit that one note, you're actually hitting 4 notes. So if you play a chord, your 4 notes went to 16 notes. Now this thing is a 128 note polyphony, so it's pretty hefty on the polyphony. But if you got like a sequence going and you got a lot of drums, bass, just stuff like that, it can, you can have dropout, but that's why the polyphony is so great. I mean, 128 is pretty good. Even at 64 on the XP50, it has 64. I didn't really experience too much dropout, but it was due to this technique. Plus, one of the cool features of utilizing it this way, I will present to you in a different video. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I'll present to you in a different video. So let's get down to programming. Okay, so now we have our piano with the brass on the right hand. The brass is not quite where I want it to be, and so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to utilize. The brass is okay, but it's kind of weak. You can't really hear it because the audio is bad, but I'll work on that. I don't have all the right equipment to record this properly. As you can see, due to the glare, and the audio is not that great. I'll figure out a way of getting a better audio so you guys can actually hear better. Anyway, for the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did before. We're going to hit Shift, Tone Edit, Tone Utility, Part Copy. I already know where it's at, so I'm going to go to it. It's 65. It's 65. I think, let me see where, actually, let me find out where it's at. We'll go to 65. Okay, let me go to Shift, Tone Edit. A good way to find out what's in the partials is you go to Wave, and then you click down, and it'll tell you. This is the first one is trumpet section. The second one is a trumpet section. The third one is piano. Fourth one is a power kick and a splash. You'll like that one. So we're gonna import number 4 partial, and we're gonna import number 1 partial. But we're gonna have to do one at a time. So we'll exit. We're gonna hit 9. We're gonna hit Shift, Tone Edit, Tone Utility, Part Copy, Select. Then we're gonna go to partial 1, and we're gonna put that guy into partial 3. And then we're gonna turn it on. Okay, we made a mistake. I made a mistake. Okay, we're gonna copy in the brass into the 3 partials. So we're gonna hit Shift, Actually, we're going to hit tone utility partial copy select. We're going to hit increment twice, go down to 65, go to partial 1, go on the bottom and go select partial 3, select. Okay. And we're going to do it again. Tone utility partial copy select. Go to increment twice, scroll down to 65, go to 4, copy it into 4, select. Okay. Now we're going to have to make sure we go to TVA. It shows that they're not on. There's no the partial level are turned off. So which means that they're not really playing, even if you turn them on. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to turn them on. First off, we just go to control to make sure that I already turned off the hold pedal, but we're going to use the hold pedal. So we're going to put all the greens together. We're going to turn all the greens on, which basically means that if we do it to 1, we'll do it to all 4. So that's a quick way of there's a little trick that you can use to quickly set everything off when it's common features. So we'll turn off the hold on everything, and then we'll deselect everything. Go up here to control, and we'll set it to here. We'll set the controller to hold, the hold pedal. And the reason why I use hold is because it's a universal pedal that works for any controller. Just about every controller has a sustain pedal. So that way that this patch is guaranteed to work with a PSR, an older keyboard, anything that will receive any kind of CC, they're going to receive a hold pedal CC. So this should work on older model keyboards, and it's just a guarantee that this patch will work with. And sometimes the controllers don't have extended functions. So this is a good way of making sure that it's going to work. So we're going to select hold, and we'll hit level. There's level right there, so we'll make sure that we'll turn that to level, and we'll put like 40. Then we'll select partial 1 and 4 right here. So that's 4, and this is 1. Oops, 1 and 4. So now when we play it, it should be like a stab. Okay, so this is a very good technique. You hit right, and then we'll just write it. Now, because the audio isn't that great on here, and I haven't figured out a way you can't really hear the gravity of what I just did. It sounds great. I mean, I guess I can have an amp. I think I might have to do that. That way, the audio will be picked up better. I just don't have the ability to do it at this time. But at least you're seeing how I can, how you can utilize the power of this board. One of the reasons why I like to program this way is because you're utilizing a lot of the voices correctly. I mean, if you use like I said, if you select one note and it has 4 partials, you're actually playing if that had 4 partials all assigned all across the board, because some of the patches do, I'm playing 4 notes there. And then in this way, in this programming, I'm only playing 1 note. It's only 1 note. So now this is 4 notes. Okay. Now if this was 4 partials, this would be 16 notes. And that still won't make a big dent, because the FA is, it's 128 note polyphony. But you add 4 notes on the left, so now you got 4. You got 4 over there, and if it's stacked up 4, now you got 16 and 16. So you're working a 32. And then if you have a controller, then that's drawn notes. It still won't give dropout. And this is just a technique that I just came up with when I was programming the XP50, because I had limited polyphony there. But I like it because also, like, when you're using a controller with this board, by doing it this way, you guarantee your splits. You guarantee that the controller will work on any board, even if it doesn't have like controllers, because every board has sustain. You know, you can split it anywhere you want. There's really, you know, it opens up a bunch of options. Another good one that I just programmed, you can actually bend with it. You can use your pedal for a bender. Okay, so that's just a regular synth. Okay, so now I'm actually using the bender here. But let's say I was playing with my left hand, and my left hand is not available to bend. Okay, I'll get into this patch next time. But I've set it up to where using the same technique with using your pedal to bring because basically what you're doing is you're using the pedal as a manual crossfade. So you're crossfading it, so you never have to lift your hands off the board. So you can be. Here's another good one that I got. This one is great. Let's see. It's down here somewhere. It's number 11, I think. Yeah, there's Corazón Espinado. You've heard that one. Oh, it's just the organ part. Okay, so I'm just playing. So now when I step on my pedal, the brass kicks in. And if I want to get real super fancy, yeah, see, I have the stab right there. And like I said, because the audio is so poor, you can't hear the quality and the power of this patch. But it's big and fat, and it sounds great playing it live. I've been playing it live like this for a long time. That way I can play horn lines and still keep my B3 going. Okay, so I can be playing the montuno with the left hand. I can be holding it down my organ patch, because the band I'm in right now is only 3 of us. It's me, bass, and it's me as a board, bass, and drums, and then we have a singer, so actually it's 4. But musically speaking, instruments-wise, there's only 3 instruments, so that means I got to cover a lot of ground. This helps me cover a lot of ground. This is how I'm able to do it. So anyway, I'll get into some of the specifics of this stuff next time. But hopefully this stuff, these tips will help you. I got a lot of stuff that I want to share, so if you guys hang in there, you'll pick up some pretty heavyweight programming tips, and maybe you can utilize them on your gigs. Okay. In the meantime, this is Real Talk. You guys stay up, and I'll catch up to you guys next time.